Well, Tennessee falls 41-17 against the number one team in the country tonight here at Neyland Stadium. I'm Cain and Brent Hubbs for your 2-minute drill. Brent, started off strong like Tennessee has all season long, but at the end of the day, much like the Florida game, much like Alabama at the very end, and much like years past, Tennessee just ran out of gas.
Yeah, this is the number one team in the country, and I don't think after seeing them there's any debate about the fact they're the number one team in the country because they're so good in their defensive front. And when Tennessee got close to the goal line, they ramped it up and made a play and knocked them back out of out of field goal range or stopped them on fourth down there when Tennessee was trying to make it a game. I thought Tennessee had a chance settling for the field goal to make it 10-7 as opposed to 14-7 was a tough play there. And then obviously the interception in the second quarter was just a backbreaker for Tennessee. Knocked them out of rhythm that they really never got back into a rhythm with for the rest of the game. They moved the ball some, but it felt like it was a bit more of a fight compared to what it was up to that point.
Yeah, you mentioned the interception. I think it's safe to say Hendon Hooker was not the same Hendon Hooker that we've seen all season long. He wasn't terrible. He did some things tonight, but he did miss some throws. He did make that interception. I thought the long pass on the far sideline to Ramel Keaton, if Keaton wasn't watching it for 30 yards, I think Keaton could have caught that, but he did miss some throws and on fourth down as well. It just didn't seem like it was Hendon Hooker's night.
Well, I just think there's a lot of pressure. Where were guys coming from? I don't know what happened on the interception. I don't know if that was just a complete misread by him, if the ball just really got away from him that much, if a receiver ran a wrong route. I'm not sure what happened there because he just threw it in no man's land right to a Georgia player. On the Keaton play, if that's Javonte Payton, that's a touchdown because those two had better timing. That's a product of not playing Ramel Keaton, not having a lot of timing with Ramel Keaton on a game field, and that happens unfortunately from time to time. But no, he wasn't as sharp after the interception. I thought the interception kind of knocked him off kilter a little bit, and you saw that throughout the second quarter, and you saw that they moved the ball in the third quarter some, but really in the second quarter.
Defensively, nothing stands out too much. Tennessee did get 2 sacks. Georgia came into the ball game, 5 sacks all season long. Tennessee got 2 of them. I thought Byron Young played pretty well tonight. The horse collar could be a little, you could debate that. Was he pulling him back or not? We'd have to see. But Georgia did what Georgia does. They moved the football down. Tennessee missed some tackles again. Missed tackles have been an issue. And Georgia got 41 points out of it.
Yeah, here's what I don't understand about Georgia. This has nothing to do with Tennessee. No. How in the hell does James Cook not play more for them on offense?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, no offense to Zamir White.
He was playing fullback at the end, by the way.
Or Kenny McIntosh. Those guys are plotters. Yeah. I mean, James Cook's a guy, when he was on the field tonight, you thought, he might score. Mm-hmm. From wherever he was on the field, he had that kind of ability. I just think he's an offensive weapon that's really underutilized. Now, they're undefeated. They can do whatever they want to do, but I'm a little surprised he doesn't play more than what he does. The frustrating thing for Tennessee is, again, the quarterback run. Stetson Bennett again made just enough plays to move the sticks, and that problem just continues to plague Tennessee. They're better on third down, particularly early in this game, but again, Bennett made enough plays with his legs, and that's just been the bugaboo for this defense all season long. I thought they tackled better tonight than they did, particularly early in the Kentucky game.
You didn't miss 17 tackles. So.
No, I didn't think they did, but again, Georgia's Georgia. I mean, they're the number one team in the country. I don't think it's close. I mean, watching some other college football games today, I don't think there's a debate on. I mean, I'm not sure who is even close to Georgia right now with the talent they have on defense. They're really good up front.
Well, Tennessee will return back to Neyland Stadium. 2 more weeks left in the regular season, South Alabama, and then you will have Vanderbilt. Certainly the challenges of the 2021 regular season are now in the rearview mirror. Last 2 weeks, what do you want to see? Obviously, Tennessee needs one more win to get bowl eligible, but what do you want to see?
I want to see Tennessee with the same attack mentality. I want to see them play with the same effort that they play with. All of a sudden now they're going to be the favorite, and nobody's going to be talking about who they might upset or this game looming on the schedule. These are 2 games you're supposed to win. You're going to be a double-digit favorite in both of them. Go out and do what you're supposed to do. Jump on teams in the first quarter, play the game the way you've been playing the first quarter, and put these 2 games to bed early. I think that shows the continued growth and the development of the culture in Josh Heupel's program.
For the final time for Neyland Stadium here on a Saturday night, Tennessee falls to the top-ranked team in all the land, 41-17. He's Brent Hubbs. I'm Cain here on the 2-minute drill.